This is a CBS 2 update. Good afternoon, I'm Dana Tyler. We are following a developing story on the Long Island Expressway where a dump truck overturned, causing massive delays for hours. Chopper 2 was over the scene earlier today near Flushing. You see the truck there laying on its side across the median, debris covering the roadway. The mess caused 4-mile delays in both directions. At one point there, you see a woman just took her bag. Maybe she was going to one of the airports. She just got out of her car, started to walk. 4 people suffered minor injuries. Now, we have a more recent picture, so you can look at it right now because there has been some progress. It took hours to clean it up. However, westbound lanes, the traffic is moving. The truck there, you still see the dump truck. It's uprighted, but it is still in the middle of the eastbound lanes of the LIE near Flushing. So that will go on. We'll keep you posted on that. We have new video from the scene in Poughkeepsie last night. A woman trapped in a building collapse. Her name is Rotanya Hargrove. In the rubble there, she's trying to free her legs with some type of bar. A 7-story vacant building partially collapsed onto her boutique, which is on the first floor. She was stuck in that debris for 4 hours before rescue shored up the building. And there you can see rescuers were able to free her. She is still in the hospital today. In New York City, there is a new plan on how the NYPD deals with people who were caught smoking marijuana or in possession of marijuana. It comes as the state moves toward legalizing marijuana statewide. Here's CBS 2's Jenna DeAngelis.
The announcement comes after a month-long review of NYPD marijuana enforcement. The change is expected to reduce marijuana arrests by 10,000 per year. And the mayor and police say the goal is finding a balance between fairness and safety. A major move on marijuana in NYC. There's a new rule book to follow if you're caught smoking the drug on city streets.
This is an important step because this comes out of 4 years of having a different conversation between our police and our communities.
Mayor Bill de Blasio making the announcement alongside the NYPD. Smoking pot in public or possession of a small amount could get you a summons instead of an arrest. There are exceptions, which include if the person is on parole, probation, or behind the wheel, to name a few. Outside the East Harlem press conference, mixed reviews.
I think it's great. I think it's awful that people of color especially are thrown in jail for marijuana possession or use.
Medical marijuana, I'm for, if it'll help, people with their health issues. But I'm not sure if they're going to be doing it out in the street. I'm not for that. I'm old-fashioned.
The drug laws and regulations have been overblown for years.
New York could be added to the growing list of states that have legalized marijuana. 6 months after Governor Andrew Cuomo asked the health department to study the effects of legalizing the drug, it plans to release the results soon.
And when we're done, we realize that the pros outweigh the cons and that the report recommends that a regulated, legal marijuana program be available to adults in the state of New York.
A Cuomo spokesperson says the governor will review the report, but don't expect any new laws anytime soon. With the legislative session about to wrap up, it's a topic to put on the table for next year. While the underlying state law may not change for a while, the way the city enforces it looks to change very soon. In East Harlem, Jenna DeAngelis, CBS 2 News.
Jury selection begins today for the retrial of ex-New York Senate Leader Dean Skelos and his son on corruption charges. The two were convicted in 2015 for extortion, conspiracy, and bribery. A new trial was ordered by a federal appeals court when the Supreme Court narrowed the law on public corruption. A New Jersey family is warning people who are thinking about buying a dog to be extra cautious. A mother says she paid a lot of money to buy a canine companion for her terminally ill son. CBS 2's Rena Roy says the dog never showed up.
Okay. This is the only life 6-year-old Liart Dervishai has ever known.
This is your best.
On multiple medications, in and out of hospitals, with one of the rarest incurable forms of dwarfism. Doctors say he only has a few years left in him.
I wasn't feeling good.
As his condition worsened in the last month with kidney failure and seizures, this was a sliver of hope.
Then I got some dark bones.
Liart's new best friend was on its way, or so he thought.
I love dogs. He might run and play with me.
His mom tells us she saw this Facebook post and it looked like the perfect puppy for her little one. Instead, she's now down more than $1,400 with no dog in sight.
She said the dog is not coming.
And how did that feel?
Sad.
I was devastated. He's been wanting this for over a year. We've been in the hospital for 5 weeks now. It was his graduation. With his condition, kindergarten graduation is all I had.
Rizarta Osmani says back on June 8th, she wired all the fees to Imperial Puppies for Sale, expecting the pup to be flown here from Georgia. After getting the runaround via text for 2 days, reality set in.
It kind of hit me, it's not happening.
Was there any point that you noticed a red flag?
No, everything seemed legit.
But it wasn't. We Facebook messaged the company, which changed its name. We also called but got no answer.
The Text Now subscriber you were trying to reach is not available.
In the meantime, Osmani has filed a police report and set up a GoFundMe page in hopes of finally getting a puppy to put a smile on little Liart's face. In Little Ferry, New Jersey, Rena Roy, CBS 2 News.
He deserves that so much. Ms. Omani, his mom, is now looking for local adoption centers to find a dog for her son. A rescue in the Hudson River of a person who says he didn't need to be rescued. Somebody called for help for a man swimming in the river just before 11:30 a.m. at 42nd Street. Chopper 2 giving us these pictures. This boat, they're going to pull the man out of the water. He was not injured and told us it was a beautiful day and he felt like swimming. That's what he told the FDNY. Rescuers swimming in the Hudson is not allowed without special approval. A Manhattan lawyer is worried that somebody who attacked her out of nowhere will strike again. She was on her lunch break on May 31st, walking downtown about noon. She says she passed a woman carrying a metal box. She had no idea that box would turn into a weapon.
I saw a woman on the street that put her hand all the way back. The next thing I knew, I got smashed in the face with a metal box. She just said, "White take that," and she was laughing after the hit.
This happened on Warren Street by West Broadway. The NYPD is investigating this as a possible hate crime. The suspect is still on the loose. A couple in Massachusetts is questioning whether a pool ladder that claims to be unclimbable really is. And here's why the family's thinking this, because that's their 2-year-old who scaled the ladder cover by grabbing onto the slits and pulling himself up, the cover being that entire vertical part that covers the steps. That's the first time he did it. They pulled him off before he could get into the water. The second time, they recorded it. That's what we're seeing as a warning for other parents before they pulled him to safety. Wow.
You could do all these things, safety precautions, but your eyes, you have to keep them on them at all times.
The family says the store where they bought the ladder and gate offered them a replacement. They've reached out to the manufacturer in hopes of working with the company on a redesign. Hot weather for us in the tri-state area. Here's CBS 2's John Elliott.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. You know, it's not the heat, it's the humidity. You know how everybody says, come on out to Phoenix because it's a dry heat. Well, you know what? It will be a drier heat today. And with 88, you'd think, man, that is hot. But in contrast to yesterday's 91 with dew points in the 70s, it will feel so much better this afternoon. Overnight tonight, fine. Some extra clouds fill in tomorrow. And then by tomorrow night, we see a shower or thunderstorm chance. Better candidates will be south and west on your Wednesday. Then that makes a relatively hasty exit. And summer begins on Thursday. Hot diggity dog. It's in the 6 a.m. hour, so make sure you get up for it. 84, yeah, numbers are nice. Pretty nice air mass, and then Friday looks pretty good, too. 88 today, gusty winds out of the north. We've been clocking them really in excess of 20 miles an hour, but that means, yeah, that's right, it's less humid. Let's go to the beach. Moderate rip current risk for the south-facing beaches of Long Island. Now, it's not going to be as chilly as it was yesterday. We've replaced that south wind, but still really nice. And low rip current risk for the Jersey Shore. Clouds linger a little longer for parts of Ocean County and LBI. Yankees looks great tonight, 83. And then you've got a relatively nice day tomorrow. It's just that we'll see clouds on the increase. They'll fill in. There's that night chance for a shower on Wednesday before summer rolls in. Next chance for showers after that later Saturday.
Take a look at a venue you may not expect to see Bruce Springsteen play.
Well, there's a place where you can get your kicks. Open every night about 12 to 6.
Last night, the Boss joined the Tangiers Blues Band for 4 songs at the Asbury Lanes reopening party in Asbury Park. The refurbished 1960s bowling alley still has bowling, but it now also has a place for music, for concerts, many little concerts in there. Springsteen used the night off from his Broadway show to lend support to his adopted hometown's rebirth. I'm Dana Tyler. You can always find us online, on social media, and on television. See you later today, CBS 2 News at 6.